So, welcome to this explainer. Have you ever caught yourself wondering what someone is really, truly thinking when they're talking to you? I mean, we all do it. We instinctively stare deeply into someone's eyes or we hyper-focus on their mouth, just trying our absolute hardest to read their facial expressions to gauge how they actually feel. But today, we are going to completely shatter a pretty massive illusion about human behavior. Because if you really want to know what's going on inside someone's head, you actually need to stop looking at their face and start looking down. Today, we're revealing why the absolute bottom of your body is actually the most honest part of you. Okay, let's just dive right into this somewhat wild premise. The idea that the feet never lie. And yeah, I know it sounds a little strange at first, doesn't it? We've all been deeply conditioned to believe that a person's face tells the whole story. But if you genuinely want to know how someone feels about you, their feet are actually these true, completely unfiltered windows into their intentions. They are literally broadcasting exactly what the brain is feeling in real time. Just think about our conditioned habit of faking smiles versus the reality of how we use the rest of our bodies. From a really young age, we are actively taught to, put on a brief face. We learn to politely smile even when we are incredibly bored or super annoyed. And because of that, humans are practically professional liars when it comes to facial expressions. But contrast that fake smile with the honest step. Literally almost nobody ever even thinks to fake what their feet are doing. Because we largely just ignore them, foot movements are completely uncontrolled. They are entirely truthful, and they are almost never manipulated to gain social points. All right, let's move right into section 2, the limbic brain connection and the evolutionary science of honesty. To really grasp this, we have to look back. Our legs and our feet are hardwired directly to the ancient limbic system. And this is basically the deeply honest, pure survival-focused part of the human brain. Historically speaking, this is the exact part of the brain that controlled our ancestors' legs and feet, giving them that immediate, split-second signal to flee from dangerous predators. And because of this ancient, literal life-or-death connection, our foot movements today remain entirely subconscious. They react instantly. I mean, way before our conscious, logical brain even has the time to filter them or politely try to cover them up. And that is exactly what makes them incredibly reliable indicators of our true feelings. Which brings us nicely to section 3, the subconscious flight response, or how to properly read a room. Okay, I want you to put yourself directly into this scene. Imagine you walk into a party. You immediately spot an old friend across the room. They catch your eye, they give you a warm smile, they're tracking you with their eyes, and honestly, they appear incredibly friendly and engaged. But why is one of their feet pointing 90 degrees away from you, aiming directly toward the exit? This one simple observation sets up a hidden truth that is literally pointing away from you. And this right here brilliantly illustrates the flight response. Even if they look incredibly happy to see you up top, their feet are absolutely screaming that they subconsciously want to escape. They actually want to leave the party altogether. Or, maybe they were just on their way to spend time with someone else across the room. This subconscious flight behavior entirely overrides our standard social pleasantries. Basically, when the feet point to the door, the mind is already out the door. It is a wildly reliable tell. So let's dig into section 4, decoding happy and agitated feet. Consider this your personal field guide. Let's run through this sort of foot dictionary together. First up, we have what we call happy feet. If you notice a gravity-defying springy bounce or little wiggle in someone's feet or legs, that signals high confidence and a deeply positive emotional state. They are genuinely thrilled and their limbic system is just reacting to that pure comfort. But on the flip side of that, we have the ankle quiver. This is when a foot that normally lies completely flat suddenly starts to repetitively roll onto its side. And man, that signals a deep, restless agitation. It means the person is profoundly upset or uncomfortable. And the crazy thing is, it's emotion that is almost impossible to do on purpose. It is just pure, uncontrolled emotion leaking right out of them. Let's put this into practice with section 5, reading people in real life with ground-up speed reading. The very next time you are sitting across from someone, you can actually use this. I mean, think about your next date where you're trying to figure out if the connection is actually real. Or maybe you're in a high-stakes business meeting and you're trying to discern if a client is genuinely interested in your pitch or if they're just being polite. Remember to consciously drop your gaze. Just take a quick peek under the table and speed read the entire situation from the ground up. You gain a massive advantage when you realize that people are constantly broadcasting their actual, unvarnished thoughts entirely unprotected. So, I'm going to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought for our explainer today. What are the feet under your table saying right now? Seriously, take a look around you today. Pay close attention to the honest steps happening in your own everyday life. Let me know your observations down in the comments. And remember, always keep your eyes on the ground. Thanks so much for joining me.